Evening, welcome to Star Talk. I'm Ken Eccles, and we're happy to have you with us on the program tonight. We'd love to hear from you. We have a phone number that you can call. You probably see it if you're looking at the screen. We're presuming, of course, that we have a picture available in your area, and I expect we do. There's the number. You can also email us. The email address is keneckleslive at gmail.com, and we'd love to hear from you either way, by phone or by email on this edition of Star Talk. So give us a call or send us an email. Um, Stews, people have scolded me for not announcing stews enough, but I'm going to correct that at some point. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Well, good evening, Mr. Ken.
Well, good evening to you.
Yep. Well, I just want to say it's a lovely day today.
Well, it's been a pretty good day today. Cold, but that's all right. It's December. Should be cold.
Well, it ain't cold to me.
What is cold to you?
When I start wearing a coat.
You didn't wear a coat today?
Oh, yeah, I wear a coat to work.
Well, then it's cold.
Yes.
If it's cold when you wear a coat and you wore a coat, then it's cold.
Well, I wore the coat so my boss and them won't fuss with me.
Why would they fuss with you if you didn't wear a coat?
They would think I'm trying to get sick.
Oh well, yeah, that's reasonable. So good. I'm glad you wore a coat, and I'm glad your boss did not fuss at you.
Well, I'm glad.
Now you won't need a coat really in the Philippines, will you?
No, sir, I won't.
Coats
Well,
not necessary.
Well, I probably have to take an umbrella because I have seen on some videos that people are, hiding themselves from the sun, the rays.
Oh well, yeah. I guess certainly if you have delicate skin and are susceptible to sunburn, you certainly would want to do that.
Oh, yeah. Well, I've also seen people wearing like jackets.
Uh-huh. Well, I'm sure it's not hot every day in the Philippines. It can get cool at night, I would imagine.
I'm not going to worry about the cool nights. I'll be busy.
Okay. All right. Well, we don't especially need to hear about that. Um, but anyway, you wore a coat today. You had to unload a truck today.
No, sir. Today was window day, but I
Window
couldn't
day.
get it done because the other guy didn't show up, so I had to start maintenance before the other guy showed up.
So you were supposed to wash the inside half of the windows, I think.
Yes, sir. And since the other gentleman didn't show up, I did not complain. I got started. I got the job done. I was done. Only thing I had to do was take out trash and check the trash cans. He was already there by 10 after 7.
Okay. And what was his excuse for not showing up?
No, that was the other 7 o'clock guy.
7 o'clock guy didn't show up.
No, he did. He
Oh,
did.
he
The
did
7
show
o'clock.
up.
Yes, sir.
I'm
But
so confused.
well,
Uh,
I'm sorry. That's my fault.
really. So the guy who was supposed to wash the outside of the windows, he didn't show up.
No. Okay. I showed up this morning to do the inside windows,
Got
straighten
that?
up the back room
Right.
before I went home. But the guy is supposed to come in at 4:30 with me. He was supposed to be maintenance. He was a no-show.
He didn't show up.
Right.
So
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 the windows,
the window outside of the windows didn't get done.
well, none of the windows got done.
No windows got done. Oh, that's
Yeah.
serious.
Well, no, it's not. I had a good excuse, so I started maintenance. I got the maintenance done. Before the 7 o'clock guy showed up,
Mhm.
I was done after I took out the trash from last night.
What sorts of Christmas decorations do you have in the store? Are you in charge of that too?
No, we just got a wreath in the dining room and called it.
Just a wreath in the dining room.
Yeah, a Christmas wreath.
That's okay. All right. Well, I'm sure that's very nice. You don't have a tree. When I worked at Hardee's, we put up a tree at Christmas.
Well, if you go down to Burger King on Riverside or Piney Forest, you will see a Christmas tree and some decorations up in the store.
But you're not supposed to plug Burger King, are
No.
you? But you just did.
Well, that's my hangout.
Oh, okay. So you work at Bojangles and yet you hang at Burger King.
Yeah, I go down for breakfast.
So are you at Burger King? Are you like scouting the opposition, trying to figure out what they're doing and learn their secrets?
No, but I am wearing my uniform in front of other customers.
Oh, you go to Burger King in your Bojangles uniform.
Yes.
I'll bet that fries them.
No, they don't say nothing.
Okay. Well, that's fine. You know that's coexistence. That's good. That's different realms. That's different people from different companies mingling and getting along with each other. I think we need more of that.
I'm just trying to steal customers.
Okay. Well, that kind of puts it in a different light. So you go. Then what do you hand out samples? You go to Burger King and you hand out samples of Bojangles stuff. Is that what you do?
No. I just go down there and have breakfast, but I'm still in my Bojangle uniform.
So people will see you in your Bojangles uniform, and you imagine that that's going to cause them to go to Bojangles.
Get hungry for chicken.
I don't know. I don't know if that'll work because it could be that when they see you at Burger King in your Bojangles uniform, what they think is, whoa, Bojangles must not be any good. Even the employees don't want to eat at Bojangles. See, that could backfire.
No, Bojangles is number one in town.
Okay, well that's fine. I hope you're going about that the right way.
Oh yeah, we're the number one chicken store in Danville.
Is that survey proven?
Don't have to. I approved it.
Well, then that settles it then. And thank you for calling.
Bye, sir.
Take care. All right. So that's the latest on that. Stews coming up on let's see, February 7th. There will be a stew at the Sandy Ridge Community Building, February the 7th. It's $7 a quart. If you want to get more information or order up, call David Manuel at 336-871-3821. That's February 7th at the Sandy Ridge Community Building. But before that, on December 20th, it's chicken and dumplings for free, I'm told. Free chicken and dumplings at the Mayodan Boy Scout Hut. That is on December 20th. More information, 336-949-4248 to talk to Kathy about that. But you certainly you can't beat the price for chicken and dumplings on December 20th at the Mayodan Boy Scout Hut. And this is to thank all the people who have supported the Mayodan Boy Scouts. So if you've done something to support the Boy Scouts, then certainly you are entitled to free chicken and dumplings. If on the other hand you haven't done anything to support the Mayodan Boy Scouts, I'm sure they will welcome you as well, in hopes that they can just spread some holiday cheer and perhaps encourage you to do something to support the Boy Scouts in the future. That's December 20th, Mayodan Boy Scouts. Phone line is open. There's the number up there you can call. You can also email us at keneckleslive@gmail.com. And let me find email here because we got a couple to read. Ken, I had a question about the Leaksville Christmas Parade, which is on next Saturday, the 30th, I think. No, it's on next Saturday, the 13th. Maybe emailer was going to put 30th and Erd. It's on Saturday the 13th, and we'll deal with this question in just a second. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Hey, Ken, Mark from Meridian.
Hey, Mark. How are you?
Okay, how you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you.
That's good. Monday, January 26th is American Idol. Come on, ABC.
American Idol starts Monday, January 26th.
Yeah, it's gonna be on ABC.
I thought American Idol was on Fox.
No, that's Masked Singer. When's the Masked Singer come on?
I don't know when it starts. So
yeah, maybe Charles call back in and let us know when Masked Singer comes on. But yeah, Masked Singer's on Fox, ain't it?
It is. I thought American Idol was on Fox too. I guess I was mistaken.
No, that's on ABC. It's on Channel 7 on Spectrum in Rockingham County.
So that starts January 26th.
Yeah, on ABC. Then I think
ABC affiliate.
I think the Voice is getting ready to finish up on theirs. I think they're on tonight. I think, and then next week is the rally thing.
The rally? What's the rally thing?
I mean, we call it the last show.
Oh, the finale.
Finale. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So that's next week. So the Voice is almost done. Have you? Who's going to win the Voice? Do you know?
I don't even know. I'm hoping that the group is the guy group. We got 3 people, and I hope they get it. I hope.
All right. Well, we'll see.
Okay. Thanks, Ken.
Thanks for calling, Mark. Good to hear from you, Mark. Keeping us up to date on important things. But I don't know when. I don't know when Masked Singer. Maybe Alexa knows. Alexa, when does the Masked Singer start on Fox? Thank you, Alexa. So Masked Singer starts on January first Wednesday in January, I guess that is. All right, we're up to date on that. Now back to this question. Well, maybe in a second. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please. Alexa, stop. Boy, she's pushy. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Okay. I think Alexa frightened the caller away. Let's try this one. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Mr. Ken, the new series of The Masked Singer will be on Wednesday, January the 7th, 2025,
Okay.
at 8 p.m. on your local Fox station.
Okay, that's verified then. Thank you very much. January
Bye, sir.
7th on your local Fox affiliate. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please. Hello, caller. Calling caller. Okay. Not going to work out. That one's not. So why don't we do the parade question? Ken, I have a question about the Leaksville Parade, which I believe is on Saturday, January 30th. Well, we've already established it's on Saturday, January 13th, this coming Saturday. What I want to know is there going to be a decent Santa Claus in the Leaksville Parade? Because you certainly didn't have one in Reedsville. Well, I thought the Reedsville Santa Claus was okay. Really, I thought the Reedsville Santa Claus was quite good, actually. Now, his form of conveyance was not perfect, but the Santa was good. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
How you doing tonight, kid?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good, man. I saw your show last night. I actually watched it today. I've been busy, but noticed you didn't get much snow over there, Joe.
You know, I did not right here. Now there was a decent amount of snow over in Draper. In fact, there was a good amount of snow over there in Draper, according to the picture that Mr. Draper sent me. But right here where I am, we just didn't get very much. How'd you do?
We got about 3 inches here. Look, maybe a little more, maybe a little less. I mean, the backyard had more than the front, but about 3 inches, I guess you'd say.
Okay. Well, I got cheated. I don't know why that is. It seems like everybody got more snow than I did.
Yeah. Well, I'd gladly give you any flake that falls in my yard, Ken, because I just don't like snow at all. Nothing about it.
Okay. Well, you see, that's the cruelty of nature. You didn't want snow and you got it, and I wanted it and I didn't get it. It's just a tough world.
It is, and remember now, the Old Farmer's Almanac is calling for a big one on the 23rd of this month, so keep
Oh,
your
are
eyes
they?
ready for that.
The, they
Yeah.
specified the 23rd.
Yeah, the white snow thing. Remember I was telling you about it last week?
Yeah, yeah, I remember. Well, that
Yeah.
is the 23rd. That's a Tuesday. It's Christmas. Is that a
Day
Tuesday?
before Christmas. Day
Tuesday.
before Christmas Eve, whatever that is.
The day before Christmas Eve. Okay, that's the 23rd. I'm trying to figure out what day of the week it is. 15th. Yeah, that's a Tuesday.
Okay.
So a big snow on Tuesday.
Yep. Yep.
We'll see.
I was hearing Charles speak a few minutes ago, Charles from Danville, and he's talking about wearing his uniform to Burger King.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of like wearing your MAGA hat to a Democratic rally, is it not?
Yeah, I really wonder about that. And he was evidently he was thinking, well, as he expressed it, he was thinking that might encourage people to go to Bojangles, but I don't think so. I don't think seeing the Bojangles guy eating in Burger King is going to really do that much for Bojangles' image.
Yeah. Well, I kind of doubt it myself, kid, but pretty much anything goes in the world now. So maybe it does work. So who knows? I do know this. Checkered Pig in Danville closed their doors about a week ago. Did you hear about that?
Who closed?
Checkered Pig.
I don't know the Checkered Pig.
Well, it was kind of a place where you could go in and get barbecued chicken and about anything you wanted. But they used to have some really, really good cobbler, I thought. Peach, cherry, apple. I mean, they had the best cobbler around. But chicken was pretty decent, too. You could get slaw, hush puppies, or whatever you wanted, even barbecue. But, yeah, it's history now, too.
And where was that?
It's up off of Piedmont Drive, over behind Kickback Jack's on Piedmont Drive.
Okay, yeah, I know where Kickback Jack's is. Well, I'm
Yep.
sorry, closed. It's always bad news when a city loses a restaurant. I hate to see that.
It seems like, Ken, every week something is closing up restaurant-wise. I don't understand that because as high as food is, I'm beginning to wonder, is it just because they can't keep reliable help?
Well, I don't know. I don't know. It's I guess that could be part of it, and it could be. It could be just that I mean, the restaurant business is hard to begin with. I know somebody who opened a restaurant once, and probably he wasn't properly prepared for it. He didn't have any experience, and he may not have known what to expect. But he had a pretty good investment, pretty good capital investment, a lot of money to start with. But he stayed open for about 4 months and then he had to shut it down. And he said, this is just a whole lot harder than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
So it's tough.
Yeah. Like I've heard all your other, well, not all, but a lot of your other callers say in the past, Ken, it is really, really hard to get dependable help. My son-in-law and myself remodeled one of their bathrooms day after Thanksgiving last week, and you just can't get anybody to help do any physical labor anymore. I mean, it just don't exist.
Well,
I don't
I've been
I don't
trying.
understand it.
I've been trying for. Let me think a second. Since July, since June, actually. I've been trying to get somebody to do a very simple piece of carpentry work. Well, it's not simple enough for me to do. I could do it, but I wouldn't do it right. I've been looking for somebody to do some carpentry work here that I will make a mess of if I try to do it. Uh,
Mhm.
Trying since I can't get anybody to do it. Um, I've emailed a couple of people that I saw online, and they both said, okay, well, I'll come by and look at it. They never came by and looked at it. I called one person and he said, oh yeah, I'll come by and look at it. He never came by and looked at it. Uh, so, I don't know. I don't know what the problem is. I don't know if they got too much to do, or maybe for whatever reason they just don't want to don't want to work for me. I don't know what it is, but I have not been able to get anybody to do it.
Is it inside work, outside work, or
Oh,
what
it's
does it involve?
outside. It's outside. No, I'll tell you what it is. On my front porch, the stairs, the brick steps coming up to my front porch. There's a banister and a handrail on each side,
Hmm.
and they need to be rebuilt.
Okay.
And it's at an angle. You got to build it at an angle, and you got to get the banisters spaced in there correctly. It's the kind of thing I could do, but it's going to look awful if I do it. So I'd rather have
Yeah.
somebody who can do it better than I can do it, but no luck so far.
Well, you want to go back with metal, wood, or vinyl, or what?
Well, wood. I mean, it's wood now. I'd be satisfied with having it wood.
Uh-huh. Okay. All right. Give me a week or so, and I'll come by and look at it and see what we can come up with. I mean, if you hadn't got anybody before then, it shouldn't be a big deal, you know?
Well, yeah. If you'd be interested in doing it, by all means.
Yeah. Well, I'll certainly come by and look at it and talk to you about it. Certainly will. Yeah, you
I
can count on that one.
I don't think it could take more than a day, maybe not even
Yeah.
a
Well,
whole day to do it.
it shouldn't take, about a half day, Ken. I mean, my God. I mean, it's not that complicated. So,
Oh, well, if
you
you're
know,
interested in doing that, then go to it. Just
all
let me
right.
know when you can do it.
No, I'll certainly do that. Certainly do that. Trump's trying to get his picture on one of the, I guess, the silver dollar now. You think that's going to happen?
I had not heard that. So he's trying to get his picture on the silver dollar. I didn't know they made silver dollars.
Well, it's some coin. I assume it's a silver dollar, but I was watching it early on the news today. But well, the Democrats are not there. But the Democrats are saying, well, you don't usually put a sitting president or a living president on money. But
No, I don't think
well,
I
yeah,
don't think we ever have.
yeah. But Democrats are trying to bring a bill or something up saying that you shouldn't be able to do it. So yeah, we'll see how that works out. But
Oh,
just the way it ain't
what
go.
next? No, I'm sorry. I had not heard anything about that.
Yeah.
But I'm pleased to know that they're spending their time on really important stuff in Washington.
Yeah, ain't that a joke, man? I'm telling you, Ken, this whole Trump administration, I just don't know where. They got just a few days now to come up with this extension on Obamacare, something that I don't see anything changing on that either. I mean, it's just, I just don't understand it. I mean, the Republican Party is supposed to be the law and order party. We know how that's working out with the drug bust and all the things he's giving people to get them out of jail, but I just don't understand it. This country is, my daddy used to say, going to heck in a handbasket, and I really believe it's going that way this time.
Well, that I don't understand either, but maybe at least I'll get my handrail fixed.
All right, Ken, I'll be in touch with you probably before the week's out, and I'll call before I come.
All right, thanks a lot. I appreciate that. I
All right.
I might actually get that done. Maybe I'll actually get that done. Or maybe the day that he's free to do it will be the day that the big white snow comes. Who knows how these things will work out? Let's see. What was this email? Oh, the email wanted we get a decent Santa Claus at the Leakesville Parade. I'm sure there'll be a fine Santa Claus at the Leakesville Parade. We're talking about the Washington Street Parade. And again, as I was saying, I thought the Reidsville Santa Claus looked really good. And I, I mean, I don't. I'm not going to start up the discussion again. So I think everybody who was there understands what the dissatisfaction was about Santa Claus at the Reidsville Parade. But Santa Claus himself, once he got out of the car, I thought Santa Claus looked real good. And we will look forward to an equally engaging Santa Claus at the Washington Street Parade in Leakesville, and maybe on a float. I don't know. We'll see. We'll know when he gets there. Phone line is open. There's a number up there that you can call to be on the air with us. We also have an email address that you can use, and that email address is keneckleslive@gmail.com. So give us a call or send us an email, whichever works best for you. We'd love to hear from you. Hello, caller. You're on the air. It's Pretty Man.
Do you know what drink it was? What drink it is that they made in North Carolina? Used to call.
I still call it Brad's drink. That works for me.
No, it's called. Now they call it Pepsi Cola.
Pepsi.
And it was made in New Bern, North Carolina. It was built by a drugstore.
Built by a
in New Bern, North Carolina.
Okay.
And they called it Brad's drink.
Thanks for calling.
But now they call it Pepsi. Do you know, idiot, why they changed the name to Pepsi?
Probably because they wanted people to think it would give them pep and energy.
Wrong.
Wrong.
It sounded like it was a cure for dyspepsia. What dyspepsia is?
Dyspepsia is what I get, and I think probably everybody gets when you call.
Not funny.
It
was Brad, and now it's Pepsi Cola, and you didn't know, idiot.
There's a button here I can click on and make him go away, and he has now gone away. I hope maybe apparently his kids are still in town for the holidays. I'm hoping that when they leave, he will forget how to operate that voice changer, and then we won't hear from him anymore. That's what I'm hoping for, because if he is able to keep using that thing, we may have to put up with him all the way through the NASCAR season until who knows when. But maybe it's not going to work out that particular way. Phone line is open. There's a number, the email address, keneckleslive@gmail.com. And let's look at another email here. This one says, Ken, where is that free chicken that you talked about? I want some of that free chicken. Well, it's better than that, emailer. It's free chicken and dumplings. And it's December 20th at the Mayodan Boy Scout Hut for people to thank people for their support of the Mayodan Boy Scouts. Free chicken and dumplings, December 20th. If you want more information, call 336-949-4248 is the number. Ken, what is the weather forecast? Speaking of the Washington Street Parade, emailer wants to know what is the weather forecast for the Washington Street Parade. I don't know. Maybe we should ask Alexa. Alexa, what is the weather forecast for Saturday, December 13th? Good. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
How you doing, like Ken?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
And thanks. So you didn't get much snow?
Not too much. I got about, I'd say I got about 3/4 of an inch on my yard, and that's all I got. I had a whole lot more than that fell, but it just didn't accumulate on my yard for some reason.
Yeah.
I haven't heard that. Where did that happen?
Was somewhere in Winston-Salem, one of the schools over there.
Oh, no.
Uh, two boys got in an argument, and one took a pocket knife and stabbed the other one to death.
Gosh. Oh,
Yeah,
Lord, I hate that.
It's been on News 2 today, so. For the victim and the one that done the stabbing.
Well, yeah, absolutely. I hadn't been watching TV this afternoon, so I guess that's why I hadn't heard about that. But that's a horrible thing to hear, and I agree.
Yes.
We need to pray for both those families. Yep, I'm really sorry to hear that.
And the sheriff page going to be on your show.
It's going to be after Christmas. Of course, the election, the primary is on March 3rd, and we're going to get through the Christmas season because everybody's busy, and then we're going to have him on sometime pretty soon after Christmas. I'm looking forward to that.
Like I said, I just want to call and just tell you about the boy getting killed, stabbed to death over at that high school. So it was in Winston. So
Okay, well, thanks for calling. Good to hear from you.
thanks.
But hate to hear that, though. Another sad day. Phone line is open. There's the number up there that you can call. You can also email us at keneckleslive@gmail.com. Ken, I heard that Food Lion is spending a whole lot of money in Burlington to build some kind of a big plant or something. Is that true? That is true. Food Lion is going to spend, hang on, I have it here somewhere in one of my things. Food Lion says it's going to spend $860 million to build a distribution center in Burlington. Food Lion made that announcement sometime last week, or maybe it was the week before. But yeah, it's a big investment, $860 million for that distribution center. I don't know exactly how many jobs that's going to be, but it's going to be a lot. It's one of the biggest investments in the history of Alamance County. And that is, when I first heard that, I thought to myself, well, that can't be true. That just sounds outrageous. But that's what I read on the internet. Now that's kind of a I guess a red flag right there. The fact that I read it on the internet, because it still seems like a fantastic amount of money. But that was the report on the internet. So a distribution center in Burlington. Man, that's a lot of money. Phone line is open. You can give us a call at that number on the screen. We also have the email address, which is keneckleslive@gmail.com, and we'd love to hear from you either way, by phone or by email. Ken, I'm wondering about, somebody mentioned a while ago the Affordable Care Act subsidies. I'm wondering about what they're going to do. Are they going to have a vote on that in the Congress? And if they don't extend the subsidies, are they going to do some sort of substitute for that? Yeah, they will definitely have a vote on that in Congress. There's several things are being proposed. Obviously, one of the things being proposed is to extend the enhanced subsidies past January 1st and leave everything as it is. That's what the Democrats are proposing. Republicans are proposing some other things. One bill that's been introduced would set up health savings accounts or enhanced health savings accounts. And if they did that, rather than continuing the enhanced premium credits for the ACA, they would send the money directly to consumers. And it would be, I think the bill that's been introduced would be $1,000 a year for younger people. I don't remember exactly what the age cutoff is. It might be 54. People under 54, if that's the right age cutoff, would get $1,000 a year to go into health savings accounts, and people older than that would get $1,500 a year to go into health savings accounts. And there are 2 or 3 different versions of this. In one version, the money would have to be, the money's tax-free. Let's mention that. You would not have to pay income tax on it. In one version, the money could be used to pay medical bills, to pay co-pays and co-insurance and that sort of thing when you get medical service. But it could not be used for premiums. That's one version of it. A different version of it, the money would be used for your insurance premiums. So, they're still working on that, and they still have to figure out exactly what's going to be in that bill. And then they have to, of course, argue endlessly over whether or not to pass it, and if so, which version of it to pass. But that's what they're talking about in Congress right now. Now, with the version in which you'd be able to use the money to pay premiums, you could only use it to pay premiums if you buy either an ACA catastrophic coverage plan or what they call the ACA bronze plan. They've got silver, gold, and bronze plans. And you could use it for premiums only for a catastrophic plan or a bronze plan. If you had any other kind of plan, you would not be able to use this money to pay the premiums. So who knows what they're going to end up doing. They may end up not changing anything and just letting the subsidies continue. I can't even guess at it. But follow along. Watch the news. Pay attention to what they're doing in Congress. Please, let's all pay attention to what they're doing in Congress. And eventually they will decide exactly what to do or not to do about that. And even as I say that, here's this. Can those plans, that catastrophic coverage plan and that bronze plan, but they have really high deductibles. So if you had to buy one of those plans, you could end up spending a whole lot of money out of your pocket, couldn't you? Well, they are higher deductible plans. I don't know exactly what the bronze plan deductible is. The catastrophic coverage plan deductible, yearly deductible, is $9,200, $9,200 is that deductible. The bronze plan would be lower than that. I would guess that the bronze plan deductible probably is about $7,000, maybe $7,500 or something like that. So if that is the version of the law that gets passed, you will get, the way they're discussing it now, if you're under, I think it's 49 years. If you're under 49 years old, you'll get $1,000 for the year in your health savings account, and you can use that toward your premium. Now, the premium for the catastrophic coverage plan runs about $450 a month. And for the bronze plan, it'd be less, probably about $350 a month for the bronze plan. So with $1,000 in your health savings account, you'd have about $95 a month to pay toward that premium. And then your deductible for the catastrophic is $9,200. That also is your out-of-pocket maximum for the year. Yeah, I know this is confusing, folks, but it's the government. It's supposed to be confusing. So the deductible is $9,200, which is also your out-of-pocket maximum. So you'd have $95 a month to spend toward your $450 premium with the catastrophic plan, and then you would, for coverage, be liable to spend up to $9,200 over the course of the year for coverage. And then you would meet your deductible and at the same time exhaust your maximum out of pocket for the year. So put more simply, and there must be a simpler way to put it, put more simply, you would end up with a net premium of maybe $350 a month, and you'd be responsible for the first $9,200 a month of your health care with the catastrophic coverage plan and the health savings account, if that's what Congress ends up passing. So I hope some of that makes sense. I hope I put it in some way that makes sense. But they may not even do that. We don't know what they're going to do. But whatever they're going to do, they've got like 3 weeks to decide because the enhanced credits expire as of January 1st. So what they're going to do, they're going to have to do it quick. Give us a call up there at that phone number. There's a number on your screen. You also can send us an email if you are of a mind to at keneccleslive@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you either way, by phone or by email. Let's see. Here's another email about parade matters. And this one says, Ken, how long do you expect that the Washington Street Parade will last? Is it a long parade? Because I want to take my little boy, but he gets really cranky if he has to stay out there too long. Well, I can understand that. I get really cranky too if I have to stay out there too long. It's normal. The Washington Street Parade usually is not it's not a marathon parade. I want to say it lasts an hour or less as a rule. I'm pretty sure they get that one in under an hour. So no, I don't think that would be too much of a challenge for your little boy to stave off his crankiness. So by all means, come on out, because it's going to be a fun thing, and everybody's looking forward to it. We'll see you there. Hello, caller. You're on the air.
How will Trump go about citizens?
A naturalized citizen can be denaturalized if it can be shown that they obtained citizenship through some fraud or dishonesty. And that's how that would happen.
So he can't.
They can't just declare it. There's a formal process that has to be followed. No, you cannot take citizenship away from a natural-born citizen. A natural-born citizen can renounce citizenship, can give it up voluntarily if for some reason they wanted to, but you can't take it away.
Well,
Right. Well, thanks for calling. A natural-born citizen has to give up citizenship. Now, actually, there are some qualifications to that. there are certain things that a natural-born citizen might do that would cause them to lose citizenship without proactively renouncing it. Certain things a natural-born citizen can do that are interpreted as renouncement of citizenship. An example would be if you're a natural-born citizen and you run for president of some other country, something like that, then you would be considered to have renounced your U.S. citizenship, even though you never spoke the words. So that kind of stuff can happen. But outside of that, no, a natural-born citizen would not. You would not lose your citizenship unless you give it up voluntarily. That's what the law says. As far as naturalized citizens, if it can be shown that you misrepresented something, if you put false information on your citizenship application, or if you withheld information, maybe if you had a serious criminal conviction or something like that, that you were supposed to disclose on your citizenship application, and it turns out you did not disclose that. That's the kind of thing that could cause you to lose naturalized citizenship if you're a naturalized citizen. But that's how that would have to work. Phone line is right there. You can give us a call. What do we have? Just a few minutes left for your phone calls and emails, and the email address is keneccleslive@gmail.com, and we'd love to hear from you by phone or by email. Ken, do you know what is the biggest selling Christmas record of all time? Somebody told me it was Mariah Carey's "All I Want for Christmas Is You." Is that right? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think the biggest selling Christmas record of all time is "White Christmas." Isn't it "White Christmas," Bing Crosby? Isn't that what it is? I don't know, maybe Mariah Carey has overtaken it in recent years. Alexa, what's the biggest selling Christmas record of all time? Thank you, Alexa. Okay, there it is, folks. It is "White Christmas" by Bing Crosby. I expect the Mariah Carey song has moved up pretty much on that list. But do you even sell that many records anymore? In Bing Crosby's day, and for decades after Bing Crosby's day, the only way you could hear a song. Alexa, I didn't ask you anything else. This is my show. This is not your show. Alexa, stand down. That's exactly what I was saying. Alexa, stop. I'm going to have to unplug her. That's right. These days, people don't even buy that many. I don't know the last time I bought a record. Well, it wouldn't have been a record anyway. It would have been a CD. I don't even know the last time I bought a CD. So I don't even know how they measure that these days. They measure streams, I guess, instead of record sales. But anyway, it's "White Christmas." That's number one. Let's see, one other email over here. Ken says, what is up with Pretty Man? We used to get emails from Pretty Man all the time, but now it sounds like he's calling up all the time and giving you a hard time. Can't you just block his number? Well, I hope he's listening. I hope he hears that. Yeah, I can block his number, and I might at some point block Pretty Man's number. It depends on the extent to which he annoys me as we go along. Right now, he hasn't annoyed me quite enough for me to block his number, but that could happen. That is not out of the question. Again, I'm thinking that when his kids leave town, he will forget how to use that voice changer that he's running through. I can't imagine that he'd be able to do that without some knowledgeable person refreshing his memory on a nightly basis. So I'm hoping he'll just basically forget how to call once his kids are out of town, and then we won't have to hear from him anymore. Now, if they would be foolish enough to leave him written instructions on how to use it, I don't know. He might actually be able to stay with it, but I'm hoping they won't do that. I mean, surely they are intelligent people, far more intelligent than their father, and I'm hoping they'll know better than to do that. When is that snow? Big snow, big farmer, big snow, big farmer's almanac snow. Was that on Christmas? No, that's on. I'm told that's on December 23rd, which is the Christmas Eve. The eve is when the old farmer's almanac is foreseeing what they're calling a white snow, which most of them are. But if that happens at all, that's going to be on December 23rd. And then the emailer goes on to say, I gotta get that back now. The emailer goes on to say, do you look at those weather guys on the internet? I don't know if they're real weather guys or not, but there's one on there that predicts disasters all the time. Every storm is going to be a storm of history, and every snow is going to be a foot of snow, and every flood is going to wash us all away. Do you see those guys? I have seen some of those. I don't know, there's a bunch of guys on the internet now predicting weather. There are some actual serious meteorologists on the internet predicting weather. And then there are some other guys that you kind of don't know about. There is one in particular that sometimes is on TV when I walk through a room downstairs where my wife is watching TV. There's one guy, probably the guy you're talking about, who just sees a disaster in every forecast. He's got his big radar screen up there, and he's got stuff all over the radar screen, and he's saying, yeah, this could be the biggest storm we've ever seen. This could be the worst flood in history. This could be the snowstorm to end all snowstorms, and on and on and on. But that gets viewers. You get a lot more viewers, I guess, predicting disaster than you get predicting just regular weather. So there they are, and we're out of time for this edition of Star Talk. We are on the air Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. Hope you'll join us next time. Thanks for watching. I'm Ken Eccles.